Most riders don't realize this, but the biggest danger on a motorcycle isn't the road, the traffic, or even the weather. The real danger is you. It's the habits you carry every time you throw a leg over that seat. Habits that feel harmless at first, but silently build into a ticking time bomb that's just waiting to explode. And here's the worst part: once those habits settle into your muscle memory, they control you, not the other way around. That's why most beginners never progress. They stay stuck, riding with fear, hesitation, and hidden risks that eventually catch up to them. But if you're watching this right now, you have a choice. You can keep riding on autopilot, pretending you'll figure it out someday. Or you can break free from the 6 habits that are secretly sabotaging your safety, your confidence, and your entire riding experience. This isn't just advice, it's survival. Habit number 1: riding with loose attention. Most beginners think riding is just about balance and throttle. Wrong. Riding is about attention, laser sharp, never breaking attention. But what do most new riders do? They let their minds wander. They start thinking about work, their phone, or how cool they look on the bike. And in that split second of distraction, a car swerves, a dog runs across, or a pothole shows up, and they panic. Here's the manipulative truth. Your brain is your biggest weapon on the road, but if you let it wander, it becomes your biggest enemy. Break this habit by training yourself to scan constantly. Mirrors, blind spots, road surface, traffic flow. Think of it like a predator scanning prey. You are always hunting danger before it hunts you. If you can't master this, your beginner tag will stay with you forever. Habit number 2: treating the clutch like a toy. Beginners love to play with the clutch, half pulling, dragging, slipping it unnecessarily. It feels safe because it gives them a sense of control, but in reality, it's slowly killing their riding confidence and their bike. Here's why. The clutch is designed for precision, not panic. Every time you misuse it, you're teaching your hands to hesitate, and hesitation is fatal on a motorcycle. In an emergency, your brain won't default to smooth control. It will default to the sloppy habit you built. That half second of poor clutch use could be the difference between smoothly avoiding a car or stalling in front of it. Stop treating your clutch like a safety blanket. Use it with intent, not fear. Habit number 3: riding like a car driver. This is the silent killer of motorcycle growth. Beginners ride as if they're still sitting in a car, hugging the lane center, braking too late, taking turns wide, and expecting the same rules to apply. But motorcycles don't forgive those mistakes. A car driver can drift or slam brakes and walk away. You can't. You have no metal cage around you. When you ride like a car driver, you are essentially begging for a crash. Here's the psychological manipulation. The sooner you admit you are not a driver anymore, the sooner you unlock true control. Position your bike like a predator, slightly to the side of lanes, always giving yourself an escape route. Remember, riding like a car driver means you'll always stay a beginner. Habit number 4: over-trusting gear or machines. Beginners love to say, "I've got a helmet, I've got ABS, I'm safe." That's the exact mindset that gets people killed. Protective gear and rider aids are tools, not guarantees. They can reduce damage, but they can never eliminate risk. Over-trusting your gear gives you a false sense of invincibility, and false confidence is the most dangerous fuel you can put into your riding. The truth is, gear doesn't save you from stupidity. It just reduces the price you pay. Respect your machine, but don't hand your life over to it. Break this habit by practicing as if you had no safety net, because that's the only way you'll ride sharp, alert, and truly in control. Habit number 5: riding to impress, not to learn. One of the most toxic beginner habits is treating the road like a stage. Revving too hard at signals, swerving unnecessarily, or chasing higher speeds just to look good. You might fool your friends, but you can't fool physics. The road doesn't care about your image, it only punishes your arrogance. Here's the cold manipulation. Every time you ride to impress, you're gambling your life for someone else's temporary attention. And when you crash, those same people won't care. Break this habit by shifting your focus. Ride to improve yourself, not to prove yourself. The riders who command true respect aren't the loudest or flashiest. They're the ones who ride smooth, precise, and calm, because they've already mastered the ego game. Habit number 6: ignoring the small mistakes. This is the deadliest beginner mistake. Brushing off tiny errors as, No big deal. A missed gear shift, a late brake, a shaky corner exit. You think, oh well, I'll do better next time. But those small mistakes don't disappear, they pile up, until one day they collide into disaster. Riding doesn't forgive repetition of flaws, it punishes them. The best riders in the world are not perfect because they never make mistakes. They're perfect because they never ignore mistakes. Every error becomes a lesson. Every wobble becomes a drill. Every hesitation becomes fuel for practice. Break this habit by rewiring your brain. Treat small mistakes as warnings from the road, because if you don't listen to the whispers, you'll be destroyed by the screams. So, now you know the 6 beginner habits that are secretly holding you back, keeping you unsafe, and making you look like, well, a rookie on 2 wheels. And here's the brutal truth. If even one of these habits sounds like you, then you're not just at risk of staying a beginner. You're at risk of being remembered as the rider who never quite made it. But hey, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you're the exception. Maybe you've already mastered every single one of these and you ride like a professional. If that's true, prove it. Drop your thoughts below. Which of these habits have you seen the most on the road? Or be honest, which one are you guilty of right now? Because trust me, every rider has at least one dirty little habit they don't want to admit. And the real riders, the ones who actually grow, are the ones who can say it out loud. So go ahead, call yourself out, call out your friends, or even call me out if you disagree. Just remember, the comments section never lies.